Train your ears. Master the world.
Entrena tus oídos. Domina el mundo.
耳を鍛えて、世界を制覇しよ。
Entraîne tes oreilles, maîtrise le monde.
In a world where darkness forgot its name, a boy is about to learn his destiny isn't a legend, it's a curse. MIKAHELI only wanted answers, but he awoke a nightmare. An amulet that offers power, in exchange for his soul. Now, with a wound poisoning his blood, a cult of assassins on his trail, and 2 allies hiding deadly secrets, he must face the trial of shadows. Because some things were never meant to be set free. Are you ready for the journey? MIKAHELI and the Shadow Amulet.
The boy who dreamed of shadows. The village of Lyra's End was a place of salt-stained wood and weary fishermen, where the only excitement came from storms rolling in from the shattered sea. But MIKAHELI never cared for nets or tides, his mind lived in the old stories. His grandfather, the village storyteller, had filled his childhood with tales of the War of Falling Stars, when mags and knights battled over relics of unimaginable power. The greatest of them all was the Shadow Amulet, said to grant control over darkness itself. But the amulet was sealed away, his grandfather warned, for no mortal can wield its power without a price. Now, at 16, MIKAHELI was too old for fairy tales, yet he couldn't shake the feeling that the legends were real. While others mended sails, he sneaked off to explore the Dagger Cliffs, where ancient carvings whispered of forgotten magic. The Storm and the Secret. That evening, as purple clouds swallowed the horizon, MIKAHELI spotted something unusual, a crack in the cliffside, hidden behind thrashing seaweed. Inside, the air hummed like a plucked harp string. His torchlight revealed walls covered in glowing runes, their light pulsing like a heartbeat. At the chamber's center stood a black monolith, its surface smooth as glass. When MIKAHELI pressed his palm against it, the runes flared crimson. A voice, neither male nor female, slithered into his mind. "Blood of the lost line, you have come at last." The stone split open, revealing a map etched on silver parchment, a path leading to the Ruins of Eldrath, a cursed place even fishermen avoided. Before he could react, the ground shook violently. Rocks tumbled, sealing the entrance. He was trapped. Just as panic set in, a dagger flashed in the dark, striking the rubble with unnatural precision. The rocks shattered like glass. A figure stepped forward, a girl his age, her hooded cloak dripping with rain. She had eyes like sharpened steel and a smirk that didn't match the danger around them. "You're either very brave or very stupid, MIKAHELI of Lyra's End, *, she said, tossing the dagger into the air. "Luckily for you, I specialize in saving both kinds." MIKAHELI bristled. "How do you know my name?" "Because," she said, snatching the map from his hand, "I've been waiting for someone to find this. My name is Seraphine. And if you want to live, you'll help me stop the Obsidian Order before they drown the world in night." Outside, the storm raged harder. Seraphine explained. The Obsidian Order, a cult worshipping the Lord of Whispers, sought the amulet to unleash an eternal eclipse. MIKAHELI's bloodline, the lost line, was the key to awakening it. And worst of all, Malika, the Order's leader, had already sent his Hollowborn, soulless assassins, after them. As if on cue, a shriek pierced the wind. Figures emerged from the rain, pale, skeletal warriors with smoke for eyes. Seraphine cursed, shoving MIKAHELI toward the cliffs. "Run or die, storyteller. Your choice." With the Hollowborn closing in, MIKAHELI made a decision that would change everything. He jumped into the raging sea below. The last thing he heard before the waves took him was Seraphine's furious scream. "I said run, not swim, you fool." The price of survival. Cold. That was all MIKAHELI knew as the sea spat him onto jagged rocks miles from Lyra's End. His lungs burned, his clothes hung in tatters, and his left arm throbbed where a Hollowborn's blade had grazed him, leaving a wound that shimmered with black veins. A boot nudged his ribs. "Told you he'd live," said a familiar voice. Seraphine crouched beside him, wringing seawater from her braid. Behind her stood a hulking figure, a man clad in rusted armor, his face hidden behind a wolf-shaped helm. "This is Rook," Seraphine said. "He's an acquaintance." Rook's voice rumbled like distant thunder. The boy's infected. Hollowborn poison works slow, but it's fatal. He tossed Mikaheli a water skin filled with bitter liquid. Drink. It'll buy you 3 days. Mikaheli choked down the concoction. Why help me? Seraphine unrolled the silver map, now glowing faintly. Because the amulet's call is getting stronger. And you're the only one who can hear it. Their path led inland through the forest of echoes, where trees whispered secrets in long-dead languages. Strange things happened here. Mikaheli's shadow detached itself, mimicking his movements a second too late. Rook's armor sometimes bled black oil, though he never acknowledged it. Seraphine's dagger, now revealed to be moonsteel, a metal that harmed spirits, hummed when danger neared. At dusk, they found the first guardian, a stone archway carved with weeping faces. A riddle glowed in the air. I speak without a mouth, weep without eyes. What am I? Mikaheli touched the arch and echo, he said. The faces wailed as the archway crumbled, revealing a floating bridge across a bottomless chasm.
Si te gustó este video, no olvides darle un like, suscribirte a Sounds of the World, Global Listening, darle a la campanita y comentar qué otros temas quisieras que haga un video.
The Hollow City. Beyond the bridge lay Eldrath, a city frozen in time. Towers leaned at impossible angles, their windows pulsing with dark light. The air smelled of burnt sugar and iron. This place remembers, Rook muttered. Tread lightly. They soon discovered why. The mirror maze, reflection showed alternate selves. Seraphine saw herself as a Hollowborn, Rook as a king crowned in flames. Mikaheli's reflection didn't appear at all. The Library of Whispers, book screamed when touched. 1. The Chronicle of the Last Eclipse, flew into Mikaheli's hands, its pages detailing his bloodline's curse, the bearer shall be both key and lock. The Altar of the Forgotten, a child skeleton sat cross-legged atop it, clutching a rusted bell. When Mikaheli rang it, the ground opened. The amulet awakens. Below the altar lay the shadow amulet, floating above a pool of liquid darkness. But as Mikaheli reached for it, "Stop!" Seraphine tackled him aside just as Malika's side cleaved the air where his head had been. The cult leader descended, his cloak sewn from living shadows. "You don't understand, boy. The amulet isn't a tool, it's a cage. And you're about to set its prisoner free." Rook fought Hollowborn, his armor now shedding entirely, revealing a body woven from black fire. Seraphine dueled Malika, her dagger deflecting his scythe in sparks of blue and violet. Mikaheli, his wound burning, crawled toward the amulet. When his fingers brushed it, time stopped. A voice, ancient, hungry, spoke, at last, a worthy vessel. Power surged through him. His shadow swallowed the room, freezing Malika mid-strike. The amulet's true purpose became clear, it didn't control darkness, it was darkness, and it had been waiting for him. The choice. The voice offered a bargain, claim me, and I will purge the poison, but you will never be human again. Outside, Seraphine screamed as Malika's scythe found her ribs. Rook bellowed Mikaheli's name. With a gasp, Mikaheli wrenched his hand back. The amulet clattered to the ground, its glow dimming. Malika laughed. A merciful hero. How predictable. He raised the scythe for a killing blow. Then the child's skeleton stood up and rang the bell again. The temple collapsed. Epilogue, the waking dark. Mikaheli awoke in a cave, Seraphine's blooded hand gripping his. Rook was gone. The amulet lay between them, now cracked. It's not over, Seraphine coughed. That thing, the voice, it's free now. And it's coming. Beyond the cave, the stars winked out one by one.
The amulet is broken, but the true darkness has just begun. Mikaheli's choice saved them today, at a cost that will change everything. The shadow is free. The Hollowborn are coming. And 3 unlikely heroes stand between the world and eternal night. This was only the beginning.
Si te gustó el video, no olvides suscribirte, darle a la campanita para no perderte ningún video, darle al like y comentar. Esto me ayudaría mucho. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss any videos. Give it a like and comment. This would help me a lot. Si tu as aimé la vidéo, n'oublie pas de t'abonner, d'activer la cloche pour ne rater aucune vidéo, de mettre un like et de commenter. Cela m'aiderait beaucoup.